Hey there, Behavior family. It's Coach Shane here coming to you for this week's skills progression video. I hope everyone had a great weekend and enjoying this time in quarantine as much as possible, and just looking forward to us getting back to the gym. But today we're going to talk about pushing movements, in particular push-ups and progressions in push-ups all the way to handstand push-ups. So the first thing I want to talk about is if you're working on getting your push-ups, the main things to focus on. We really would love to see that your chest goes all the way to the floor and that your arms stay elbows to the side, okay? So if you're working on your push-ups, it's perfectly acceptable to do down on your knees, push-ups, right? Have your hands stacked directly underneath your shoulders. Arms are locked out, right? You're pushing through the floor with the palms of your hands and each of your fingers, right? Feeling the floor, right? So pushing the floor away from you as you push back up. The elbows track down all the way by the sides, all the way to the floor, and then pushing back up, right? So the elbows, again, we don't want to see elbows flaring out to the side. We want to see elbows coming all the way by the side and all the way back up. And like I said, having to do this on your knees is not a big deal. The main thing we want to see more than anything else and we want you to do is make sure that chest gets all the way to the floor, right? After you've mastered the version of knees down push-ups, progressing next to basically a plank position, right? So we want to make sure in the actual push-up itself that our butt's not up too high, that it's not sagging in the middle, that we're really almost just as stiff as a board, right? Straight and really core locked in, everything's tight, right? Same thing, elbows go straight to the side and then back up as chest goes down. Really think about as you're at the bottom of the push-up, pushing the floor away from you with your hands. Feeling the floor as with all your fingers and the palms so that you can kind of balance yourself on your fingers just by shifting that weight, all right? Because that's going to be important when we get into handstand push-ups. If these progressions are easy things for you already and you're working towards your handstand push-ups, but you're not quite comfortable getting upside down, things that you can do is use a box, right? So you can do it on your feet or your knees. Right? Some people are a little more comfortable on their knees at first, right? And you get as comfortable as you can being upside down. If you're not comfortable being all the way upside down, start with just basically a decline push-up, right? Same thing. Then as you progress more, what you want to see happen is the movement we're talking about, the pushing movement. So right now, I'm going to draw a triangle. Okay? So as I draw the triangle, what that's meant to help me do is know where to place my hands, right? And where to place my head. When you get into the pike push-up position on the box, you want to have your hands and your head all in line at the top of the pushing movement. As you go down, however, you want your head to go forward and your hands to stay back to the back, right? What this does is the same kind of movement as with the push-up itself, right? So that allows us to keep the elbows tracking to the side, using all of our muscles in our arms, our biceps, our triceps, our shoulders, instead of isolating muscles and having your elbows flare out to the side. So if you think about that triangle movement that I just showed you, at the bottom, the head is in front of the hands. At the top, everything is stacked and in line. And you really want to be careful on the pike position to get as close back to the box as you can, really forming that 90-degree angle as much as your mobility will allow, with your back and thorax and chest parallel with the side of the box, and your legs parallel with the top of the box or the floor. That really allows you to mimic that position against the wall.